Hello to a new part, the mind of a dummy. I don't know which part we are currently in, but yeah. So, what? So, for the first time, I've made notes. I bought a little book. From now on, I will write down my notes from the week in this book, and then I will read it out and we'll discuss it together. Yeah, and that will be the new format for the new days. And for the ones that aren't watching on YouTube, it's just a little book, and I just I just write down my thoughts in there. So the first thing I wrote down is I want to work on the habit of doing notes teacher and Gizmo on the toilet. The priority is on notes teacher. So that's a habit that I'm trying to learn how to do. Just so I play piano. If you don't know, you know now. And notes teacher is just an app where you can practice your ability to read notes. And I want to learn how to read notes, and that's why I wanna do it on the toilet a little bit too, because it's just time where I'm on the phone. And I just thought it's a good place to put it there. Then that's actually the only habit that I only set myself one habit per week, and if I fail, I'll write it down again, and if I succeed, I succeed. But I failed for this week, so next week I will have the same habit as a goal, and we'll see how it goes. So now to the next parts. Next thing is how to deal with loss. So I don't know why I wrote it down, but we'll just talk about it now. So I think how to deal with loss, or how I deal with loss, is just it's okay to grieve, it's okay to feel your emotions, but don't drown in those emotions. And let the emotions take your control for some time, like 5 to 10 minutes, and after that you need to put your emotion in a box, not hide them, but you need to regulate them. You need to, because when you lose something or someone that meant a lot to you, it's normal to feel sad, grief, I don't know, everything, but it's not okay to let those emotions ruin your life for the rest of what you are meant to exist on this planet. So let it out, talk to someone, but don't let it obsess your mind. Yes. So the next thing is why I probably get attached fast. So that's something I thought about a lot, but we had, how is it called in German, in English? It's like a day where it's National Works Day or something, where children can come to the company of their parents and look what they do for work. And we had that in November, so actually last week on Thursday. And there I saw a girl who always was loud, seeked attention, and she kind of reminded me of myself, because I was the same. And this probably comes from because I didn't got that much attention in my life when I needed it. So I tried to get the attention by, I don't know, just being loud, and you know what I mean. And that's also probably why I get attached too fast, because I also don't have a lot of people that I'm willing to share what's behind the mask I'm wearing. And yeah, I feel lost a lot of times. I feel like this is not worth it. I'm doing it for nothing. But then I remind to myself, like I read this book, Atomic Habits, and it's at one page it was like, imagine an ice cube. If you're at minus 10 degrees and you go till minus 1, you made progress, but it's not visible. And that's something that really gives me peace in my mind, because I'm doing progress, but it's just not visible quite yet, because I just need to stick to it a little more, and one day I will see the results, and then everybody will call it overnight success. And yeah, I don't know how we got to that thing, but yeah. And the thing with attachment, it's a big part of, it's something I want to work on, because I think it ruined my last relationship a little bit, but that's why I gotta learn. What the fuck? That's what for the ones listening, I touched my hair and I couldn't reach my hair because everything is mirrored in the phone. And where was I? Attachment, yeah. So I have like anxious attachment, and I'm slowly learning how to get rid of it. I learned how to be uncomfortable, or actually comfortable in myself, and in like silence is also an answer. And that's probably the most important thing. Like silence is an answer, and you just need to set your boundaries. Don't set your boundaries to be egoistic person, but set your boundaries so you feel fine when the other person is unsure about what they want. Yeah, that's it. Then I'm starting to connect more with God. I don't know why, but I don't know. I started reading the Bible like every day before I go to bed. I read a page and pray, and I don't know. It just gave me a little more peace into my full packed life, and I'm enjoying it. I don't agree on everything that religion says, but I believe that there's something above us, a God that rules over this world, and I'm willing to trust Him with my path, with my life, with everything. And I'm still finding my way into God, but for now, it's been a good experience. And I'm not trying to say to you that you need to believe in God, but try it out, like with everything in life. You need to try it to find out if it's something for you. Then I wrote down some things I'm currently struggling with right now. So the first one is school. Just school. I don't really care that much, but I just hate it sometimes that I do nothing, and I switch that, so it's now getting better. I'm not struggling that much in school anymore, but it's just a lot that I need to study, and because my job isn't my dream job, isn't the job like I want to do for the rest of my life, it's even harder for me. Then the other things now are sports, piano, trading, empty heart, and I feel behind. So I've just not realized that I didn't wrote those things down because I disliked them. I wrote them down because sometimes it's just getting too much for me. Like my days are packed with stuff, like every second is filled. Or not every second, but just I have a busy schedule, and just doing it all and trying to perform best at all is really hard. And also like the empty heart, like I don't know where this comes from, but I don't feel dead on the inside, but I know something's missing, and I don't know what it is. And maybe it's not even an empty heart, but it's just a feeling of always being behind, like, or never doing enough. Like I do so much, but I always still think like there's more to do, there's more to do, there's more to do, there's more to do. And I don't know, I just punish myself mentally so much, and sometimes it leads to exhaustion. And I get mad, and I punched into a wall. And yeah, it sucks because. And the worst part is, then I'm starting to be mean to people, and then I get even more angry at myself because I can't control my emotions. But I don't know how to deal with it. But one way that I learned how to deal with it is to just taking a ice bath or cold shower. It's like a mental reset for me because like I do something that I don't want to do, and that shows me like I have control over what I do. And it's also meditating because if you've ever done a cold shower, it's like you need to breathe. You need to breathe because if you don't breathe, you hyperventilate, and then it's even harder. And with proper breathing and being at balance, at peace, it's even not even that cold. That's why I love it. And yeah, growing up just is weird. I don't know which age you are, if you're listening, if you're 40, hello, I don't know why you're watching, but no, feel free to listen or to watch. But if you're 40, you probably also, I don't know how life feels at 40, but it probably still doesn't, or maybe feels now properly aligned, but you probably remember that it didn't always felt properly aligned, and that's where I am right now. Like, I'm constantly thinking and trying and exploring, and I think that's what I should do. But sometimes it's just a lot to deal with at the same moment. And me personally, I just have very high expectations for myself. And yeah, all my days. Please don't tell me you didn't hear me all the time. How do I check this? It doesn't matter. You hear me now. You probably heard me, but really bad. So we're just gonna continue because I don't have the time this week or the energy to record it again. So then habits I want to improve. And it's notes teacher, then drinking water, and then the last thing is reduce social media time. My social media time, I don't know, I don't have my phone here, but it's probably about 3 hours per week, and I want to cut it down even more. And yeah, and then most importantly, I want to learn how to obtain real peace. Like, I'm at peace when everything goes as planned, or everything goes how I want it to be. But when something doesn't go how I expected it, I kind of go crazy. Like on the inside. On the outside, you probably don't notice it, but on the inside, I feel really stressed and I don't feel great. And I want to learn how to get the real peace. Like, I had it sometimes, but I just want to have it more. And yeah, there's still so much to figure out in my life. Crazy. And then the last thing is the meaning of life is God and creating one yourself. So that's something one of my teachers told me. He told me, it was the teacher from 4 years ago, and I still think about that. That's also crazy. But he wrote me in my little book, like, because school was finished, I was done with middle school, and he wrote in this little book, don't look for the meaning of life, give it one. And this sentence just really stuck with me over the years because I think it's true. I don't know. It's just, if you look at it, there's no meaning to life. But if you give it one, you will have so much more energy and power to create something on this earth with your time that you can be proud of. And I think that's the meaning of life. And coupled with God and trust in His way for you, I think you can be unstoppable as a person. You can achieve everything. Yeah. if you're struggling with similar things like never feeling enough, attachment, deal with loss, just feel free to DM me. I don't care where, just DM me and we'll see what we'll write. But I wanna answer. I wanna be there for you. And what else? There was something else. Yeah. So we're also gonna talk a little bit now today, also as an additional podcast about the crypto market. So, as you guys probably know, Bitcoin. That's such a weird switch. So Bitcoin dropped 35% over the last 2 to 3 weeks, or just the last 3 weeks were a crazy dump. And I personally believe now that the dump is over, and we're going to retrace probably to around 98k, and then we'll see what happens. We could, if we close above the weekly EMA, 50 EMA, we have a chance that we might still see more bullish order flow incoming. But if we get rejected at the 98k mark, and that's also where I will open new shorts, then we'll have big trouble. And yeah, that's it for the day. I don't know what to talk more about. Thank you for listening. Thank you for also, like, this podcast is a mental release for me too. Like, I don't talk to a lot of people, but just talking to you guys helps me a lot. And yes, so my habit for next week, I'll just write down more than one for next week, because now I'll just stick to one. So the first one is notes teacher, because next week I have a concert and I need to practice, and doing note teacher will make it easier for me to practice. If you didn't heard the beginning of the series, I'm sorry. I won't repeat this mistake again, but for this week I really don't feel great, and I hope I still could have brought you some value with this video or with this podcast. And if you have any suggestions or topics that you want to talk about, or any topics that you want to hear my thoughts about, feel free to write them down in the comments. And yes, so have a nice week, and see you next week when it's time again for The Mind of a Dummy.